Welcome back to Perpetual Time. My name is Photi, and today we're going to do something different. I've actually got a vintage Mappin watch. Now this watch came to myself because other companies weren't willing to work on the watch, and I think I've figured out why. Just before I show you the watch itself, I'm going to read out the message that the customer sent me, which was on my Instagram account, and it says, "I've been trying to get a watch repaired for my father. My dad has an old Mappin and Webb watch that belonged to my granddad. It's an old wind-up watch, but it stops after a couple of hours. He passed away over 20 years ago, and it was a long service award from his workplace, so I would say it's at least 45 years old. I've taken it elsewhere, and sadly, after looking at it, they said they wouldn't be able to fix it," which I believe, it's not what it says on the message, but I believe that was taken to Mappin and Webb, who actually made this watch over 45 years ago. But I thought it's worth checking elsewhere, as worst case scenario, it still can't be fixed. I'm no worse off than I was to begin with. Do you think it's something you'll be able to look at, please? So I booked in this watch, and I can actually understand why Mappin themselves are not able to work on this watch, and that's most probably because parts are either obsolete or non-available. Plus, on this particular design of case, the front of the case comes off, and the actual movement is stayed on the back of the actual case back, and there's a very large brass ring that holds the movement in place. And because the watch hasn't been open for, who knows, at least 10 years plus, the brass movement holder has seized in the case, which means that to get the movement out is very, very difficult. So this is one of the reasons, but the other reasons will be because parts are obsolete, and Mappin and Webb, because the watch is vintage, it's most probably a non-interest for them to service and give a warranty. Plus, the strap on this watch has open ends, which means that the case itself has solid bars. So that means you have to get a strap that will actually fold over and it secures itself, either with adhesive, or you can actually buy straps that have like a locking system which you can take off and on. So the strap will have to be custom made, plus the crown will need to be replaced because the crown is losing its plating. It's very thin micro plating on the crown itself. Now, from the look of this case, I would say it's 9 carat. And on the back it says William Moss and Sons Limited, long service award, and has the gentleman's name that was awarded this watch. Going to give a extended warranty on this as well, because this is going to be an expensive service / restoration. Today we're going to show you the post restoration of this manual wind Mappin's watch, which was rejected by numerous watchmakers due to parts being obsolete, and also the fact that it's over 40 years old. So this watch came into Perpetual Time, and the first thing I looked at was obviously checking of the movement, full strip down of the manual wind movement, plus a new mainspring. Now the mainspring is obsolete, so we had to use a general resource catalogue to find a mainspring that was the correct height and length and thickness. Once that fitted to the watch, the whole movement was serviced, retimed and re-oiled. Also, the plexiglass in this watch is the original plexiglass. The reason why I chose the original plexiglass is because I wanted the customer to basically keep the watch as original as possible. This watch is highly sentimental, so I thought if I can refinish the plexi, since it wasn't that badly scratched, then so be it. And now the plexi is looking fantastic. Also, I changed the crown. Now the reason why I changed the crown, because the original crown was worn, it was plated, so a new crown was fitted, plus a very light polish of the actual 9-karat gold case, plus a certain finish, circular finish, grain on the case back. So also a genuine crocodile strap has been supplied and fitted with a gold-plated buckle. Now the case on this watch has solid lugs, which means that you have to find a strap that actually is open on the back because the lugs are fixed. So it's not a case of the spring bars, the actual lugs are fixed to the case, so you have to have open strap, and then you have to use adhesive to fit the strap to the solid lugs, which has been done. So this watch is looking fantastic. Also, it will come with a full 28-month Perpetual-Time warranty.